Welcome all to Nana's Tarot and Oracles. I am the Nana, and Nana loves you. This channel is your home for comfort and contemplation, hope and inspiration, to relax and rest and renew. Using the Tarot and Oracles is a way to tap into your intuition and subconscious mind. The readings here are general in nature and cannot take the place of any professional advice. All readings are dedicated to truth and light. If you like what you hear, please hit the like button below and subscribe with all notifications. Today's reading is inspired by the full moon in Aquarius. This is the second full moon in Aquarius this month in the Leo season, which is also referred to as a blue moon. We have a lot going on in the heavens now. If you're looking at any astrology, we have 6 planets total in retrograde. We have 5 planets in fire signs. That's a lot of phoenix energy. We have this completion of a cycle, and it's deja vu all over again. The full moon in Aquarius this time is in a degree that is suggestive of karmic themes, with themes of insight, intuition, innovation, revelation, revolution, and more than anything else, internal change, to change what isn't working in the cause of humanitarianism, community. The theme is also to stand in your power, for creative transformation energy. Many of you may be finding that you're in a period of transition now. You have to do what is needed to move into a better life. Now, courtesy of Sarah Furo, the Sabian symbol for this full moon reads, the ability of the person with an open mind and a deep feeling for self-transcendence to come into contact with higher forms of existence. Connection. Also deeply rooted in the past of a very ancient culture, a spiritual brotherhood or sisterhood, in which many individual minds are merged into the glowing light of a unanimous consciousness, is revealed to one who has emerged successfully from his metamorphosis. This is what Jung referred to as the collective unconscious, of which we are all a part. It is from this vast store of wisdom and knowledge that all the answers to our problems can be found. That is a quote from Astrology by Lauren. Lorna Bevan, the astrologer, quotes the Chandra symbol for this full moon. We become vessels for the light. We become light bearers in terms that are life-giving and fruitful in total measure. That is from Inside Degrees by Elias Lonsdale. The themes here, and the themes that are resonating and that I am picking up on, are also themes of a deep exploration of ancestral influences. I have been privileged to experience a revelation that we are all our ancestors, that they live in us, that they live through us, and that they pass through us into our descendants, whoever they are. and that it is very important to pay heed to the influences that we all experience from these ancestral archetypes. This is not to say that we are not capable of appreciating or learning from other ancestral archetypes from other cultures or ethnicities, nor is it in any way to suggest the superiority of one ethnicity or one line of ancestors over another. But in order to recognize where our influences are, we need to have awareness. My influences are related to a large extent to the Celtic experience. And in fact, I am quite spiritually drawn to the triple goddess. I have a statue of the triple goddess here that I keep on my altar. You can see the maiden, the mother, and the crone. The mother, you will note, has the emblem of the full moon on her skirt. So that's appropriate for today and why she is facing in that direction. I also have the Triple Goddess Tarot cards. And these are the cards I intend to use for the reading today. And based on the Triple Goddess, I also have Alana Fairchild's Sacred Rebels Oracle deck that I have pulled a card from today. I also have a rune card for us to look at today, and a beautiful card from Circles of Healing, which is also by Alana Fairchild, that features some really beautiful artwork with use of the triquetra. Considering that today is somewhat of a turning point, I think that possibly what we might want to look at here is our past influences, our present influences, and the potential for future outcomes. You should remember that, again, this is a tool for insight and understanding to be analyzed and interpreted from your own individual point of view. It is not necessarily designed to predict the future, other than it is a prediction of the future if you look at trends and their inevitable conclusions. I like how the Triple Goddess deck also features the phases of the moon and the triquetra symbols on the back of the cards. So these are our past influences. Now this card comes in reverse. Let me put it a little closer so that you can see it. If you turn it around, you can see that this is the card at the bottom. It indicates for the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups is a very interesting card because it shows someone who contemplates 3 cups that have been overturned while 2 remain unspilled. This, I think, is a very good metaphor for the situation of the turbulence and the trials that we are experiencing in our current world, in our current life. and the fact that even though we have undergone so many trials, so much stress, we do still yet have the potential of the 2 cups that are not spilled. Now, this is a point in time where we need to look at what's going on and to look at what the potential is and to figure out what we can do as individuals to contribute to optimizing and maximizing that potential. Now, this next card is, you can see, the Queen of Wands. And remember, I was talking about all of the planets that are in fire signs. And this is a card of initiative, and the Queen of Wands is very smart, very confident, woman of power. However, in this position, she is reversed, so it is likely a place from which we need to stop thinking so much in terms of enterprise and begin to think of more important influences. And finally, we have the 8 of Pentacles. And the 8 of Pentacles, which is also reversed, presenting reversed, is a card of refining our work. In fact, this may be a time for us to contemplate the work that we're doing and to decide whether that is the work we need to be doing. And in some cases, people are going to look at their situations and look at the work that they're doing and decide that they need another path. They will possibly be seeing that work as not really contributing, that right now practical enterprise may not always be the best route. But let's get some clarification on this. Okay. This card is number 20. And number 20 is Judgment. Number 20 is the card of seeing the light, and that indeed may explain the other cards. Maybe it is time for all of us to see the light, not only to see the light, but as the Chandra symbol says, to become vessels for the light, to become light bearers in terms that are life-giving and fruitful beyond total measure. Now, the Sacred Rebels card that I have pulled for today is faith in the process, because sometimes it's hard to see. Sometimes it's hard to see the way forward. Sometimes when our hopes have been dashed and our cups have been spilled, even though we have potential for the future, we just don't see why it is that we have to suffer this. Sometimes even when we have worked hard, even when we have been enterprising, things have not worked out, and we begin to see the light that we need to find another path. We need to trust the process. We need to listen to our hearts, our spirits, and our intuition. And we need to never give up hope. If you notice at the top of the card, this woman who is possibly praying for guidance, has a little bird on her back. She also has a little bird in front of her. And this little bird reminds me of Emily Dickinson's poem, in which she says, "Hope is the thing that with feathers that perches in the heart and sings the tune without the words and never stops at all." So this is telling me that you need to keep your hopes up. Now the rune that I pulled for today is Gifu or Gibo, depending on who you read. And this rune is called the gift card. The gift has to do with sharing or offering. So instead of looking to work harder and longer and be more enterprising, maybe we need to consider what sort of a gift we can share with the world. Now these cards are also by Alana Fairchild. I love them. You see this one features the triquetra. These cards are circular. They are designed in such a way that when you read the inscription around it and you turn it, the card, the color, and the design are healing for your spirit. So let's look at this one and read it together. The triquetra of ancient wisdom protects my soul with sacred circles of rest and renewal, creativity and expressiveness, silence and spaciousness. And I hope that that will help to heal your heart and help you to feel that you can trust the process. Once again, if you like what you hear, please go below and hit the like button and subscribe. Also, under subscription, hit notifications and hit all. That way you will be notified when I post a reading. I hope to be posting more frequently than I have in the past. And in the meantime, I just want to remind you again to walk in the light. Nana loves you. You are loved. You are supported. There is a way. Seek some time to think on these things and consider your course of action. Nana loves you.